Good morning, folks. It's Bob from Mountain Crest Farm. Oh, how did I get with this obligatory weather report every morning? Start this off. I don't know, but anyway. The weather report. Clear blue sky. Not a cloud in the sky. Going to be about 90 degrees today. And with the air conditioner still not fixed, means it's going to be miserable in the house. Oh well. Got a little bit of firewood done. The day before yesterday, I think, is when I told you I was going to be doing firewood. Probably going to be doing some more today. But today, I'm going to abuse y'all again with my third in a row about the food we eat. A couple of days ago, I'll link to it right up here. I did a video that was pointing out the chemicals that are not just in your food, they are your food these days. And then yesterday, I believe it was, I was talking about the lies that you're told about what you're actually buying when you are buying a lot of your food. And today I'm going to do, it's sort of adding insult to injury. The injury was the last 2 days about the junk that is being put in food to go into your body, and the lies they're telling to get you to buy that junk. Today's the insult. What's the insult? The insult is you're paying for those lies, and you're paying for that junk. I don't mean you're paying for it when you go to the grocery store and buy that food. No, you've already paid for it before that ever happens. When you go to the grocery store and buy that garbage, you're paying for it the second time. The first time you pay for it is when you pay your taxes. Now, how are you paying for it when you pay your taxes? Well, a little bit of politics here, not much. Y'all know I'm pretty conservative. And yes, I supported Trump. Probably will again. I mean, look at the alternatives. But anyway, one thing that Trump promised, and he's delivered on to a certain extent, is helping the economy by helping things that help the economy. Deregulation, getting rid of regulations. That's a good thing. He needs to get rid of some more. But there's one thing that he's done that I just can't go along with. Subsidies. Subsidies for all kind of industries. And it's not subsidies for little companies that need some help getting started. Did you know ExxonMobil gets subsidies? ExxonMobil is one of the most profitable companies in the world, and they get government subsidies. When you buy your gasoline, you bought it the second time. First, you bought it when you gave some of your tax money to ExxonMobil in a subsidy, and then you bought it again when you went to the gas pump and pumped some gas that ExxonMobil produced. It happens in a lot of industries. Amazon. I love Amazon Prime. I love Amazon Prime. I'm not fond of online shopping, but I do it because it saves me money, saves me time, and it's inexpensive, and it gets here fast. One of the reasons it gets here fast is Amazon Prime gets Amazon when they do Amazon Prime, or when they ship anything. The government subsidizes that shipping. They subsidize it two ways. Number one, the government actually pays, I don't know, it's $1.80 or something like that of the cost of postage to ship you something when you buy it from Amazon. The second way is Amazon, on $2 billion in profits last year, paid zero income tax. So that's the second way that Amazon gets help. But we're talking about food. So let's talk about food subsidies. Now, with the rains and the snow melt last year, the Midwest has gotten flooded pretty bad. A lot of farmland's been hurt. A lot of crops have been destroyed. With the tariff deal with China, fighting back and forth, which I agree with, Trump said that some of the tariff money that we're getting from China that we never got before would be used to help farmers. That's sort of the truth. That's a half-truth. As far as I'm concerned, a half-truth is a lie. 80% of farm subsidies, the ones that are because of the emergency funds, because of the flooding and everything, and the lost markets because of the tariffs with China, and plus just regular old subsidies, farm subsidies. 80% of farm subsidies don't go to the small farmer. Now, I'm not even a small farmer. I'm a homesteader. I've got 2.5 acres here. I can't even be considered a small farmer. I raise some pigs. You can hear them in the background. I raise some pigs, got a small market garden, fixing to add 100 laying hens. 100 laying hens. Have you looked at what free-range brown eggs sell for in Whole Foods? $7.95 a dozen. I can cut that in half and still come out smelling like a rose. So we're going to add 100 laying hens. I've had them before. Health issues had me get rid of them. Well, I'm back in the chicken business here in about another month. Back in the egg business. But I'm not talking about subsidies for people like me. I shouldn't get them. I'm not really a farm. But you know, the true small farmer, the guy with 100 acres, the guy with 20 dairy cows, he doesn't get them either. The guy with 300 or 400 acres, raising beef cattle, part way, and then they're loaded on trucks and taken to a CAFO. You'll have to look up what CAFO is. It's confined animal feeding operation, I think. But they get finished out at a CAFO where you got 20, 30 cows on an acre, corn being dumped over the fence. Even that farmer that's raising those 100 head a year, he's not getting the subsidies. The true farmer, the guy that gets on a tractor and rides around on his own land, plowing fields, feeding animals, they don't get that subsidy. Do you know who gets the subsidies? 80% of the farm subsidies that are handed out in this country, large agriculture, big people, Monsanto, ConAgra, Purdue Chickens, what's the other chicken? Pilgrim's Pride. People like that are who gets the subsidies. And these are profitable companies. They're already making a profit. Take every penny of the subsidies away, and all you've done is reduce their profit a little bit. You haven't put them in the red. But those aren't the people that should be getting farm subsidies. Number one, farm subsidy is a lie. Just the name of it. It doesn't go to farms. It goes to big agriculture companies. It goes, like I say, Monsanto gets a subsidy. You know, the people who are shoving GMOs down your throat. The people who make, what's the brand name? It's got glyphosate in it, which is cancer causing. They just had a several $100 million judgment against them and have several more lawsuits against them. That stuff's made by ConAgra, Roundup. That's a ConAgra product. They give you cancer and then they take your tax money for subsidies at the same time. Those aren't the people that are supposed to be getting the subsidies, and that is shafting you every time you walk in the grocery store. Because when you walk in the grocery store, you have paid for what's in that store before you ever walk in the door. You've paid for it in poor health because of the garbage they're selling you. That was 2 videos ago. You've paid for it in the lies they tell you. You think you're buying one thing when you're buying something else. You know, that video, I'll link it again right up here. That video from yesterday about things like Kurabota beef, pork and cab beef, certified Angus beef. They're lying to you because it's not Angus. And they're lying to you about what's Kurabota pork. And then they get you again because they dip in your pocket and take your tax money to give subsidies to the companies that are making a profit that produce your food that you have to go buy again. So you bought it 3 times. 3 times. You bought it with your health, you bought it with subsidies, and you bought it with being lied to and being allowed by the government to be lied to about what you're getting. Folks, the bottom line on all 3 of these videos is know your farmer. Buy local and know your farmer. And that means eating seasonally. They don't grow mangoes in this country in the winter. Nowhere. Mangoes come in from South America. You know why you can buy asparagus year-round? Because it comes in from South America. I could do a whole video on asparagus. I've got 60 asparagus plants right up here. It's enough for me and my family. Excuse me. It's enough for me and my family and to sell a little bit. Eat season, but I can't produce it year-round. Eat seasonally. Just know your food. That's the bottom line. Know your food. It's healthier. It saves you money in the long run. And you've got food that tastes better. It's not bred to be transportable without looking bad. It's got to look pretty in the grocery stores. They don't pick their species of tomatoes or breeds of pork or watermelons or corn. They don't do that for taste. Those things are bred for durability, so they can grow it in California, put it on a truck, and it'll still be good when it gets to your grocery store in New York or New Jersey or down here in Georgia. Bananas. There's not a banana grown in this country commercially. They're grown in South America. They come in on a boat. I don't know about out there on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, almost every banana on the East Coast and the eastern half of Canada, that's shipped into New Orleans. I used to drive a truck. I've hauled bananas. I know where they come from. Know your farmer. Know the source of your food. Then if you choose to buy junk, that's fine. I don't care. You can eat whatever you want. But you have a right to know what it is you're eating. So this is going to be my last of my little 3-video rant on food. I'll probably do food stuff again, but it won't be the next video or the one after that. These 3 videos got it out of my system for now. So, y'all go have an awesome day. Remember, the tomb was empty. Yes, the tomb was empty. And yes, he is alive. Now, y'all go have a fantastic... back up. Down there at the bottom, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. And if you give me a thumbs down, give me a reason why in the comments. And if you think you might like the channel and you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell so you get notifications. And then y'all go have a fantastic day. Me, I've got more firewood to cut, split, and stack. It's going to be winter before you know it, and I need more firewood quick. See y'all later.